Hi everybody. So today I'm going to do a review of the 1-year Chronological Bible. So this one is the Expressions edition. This one is done by Tyndale. So I'm going to hold that right there in case you would like to pause and read that. And then we'll pause right there on the features. It does give us a example of what the pages will look like. And then there is our ISBN number. Retails for $39.99. You can definitely find it for less online, and there will be a link in the description box. This one here measures out at 8 7/8 inches tall, 7 3/8 inches wide, and it is 2 inches thick. So this is a really pretty Bible. So we've got the 1-year Chronological Bible Expressions, and then we've got all those leaves. So that is all embossed into that, so it's like an imitation leather over board. So looks really, really pretty. On the spine we have Tyndale 1-year Chronological Bible, some of those leaves, and we've got Expressions in yellow, which looks nice. Then NLT. And on the back they carried on with that same theme with the leaves, but they've got some that are yellow. So the cover on this is actually just really, really pretty. And one thing that you'll love is these page edges. So we've got blue head and tail bands, and the design that they did on these page edges I think is absolutely gorgeous. So just looks really, really nice. So I love the way that they do these types of Bibles. So it kind of reminds me of the way that they do the Inspire Bibles with the decorative page edges. So this is just really neat. So if you've ever wanted to read the Bible in chronological order, this would be a perfect one to do it in, because you're going to have tons of space for notes. So on the inside we can see that we've got nice pages here, so plenty to color right as you open it up. We've got the to, from, and message. And this is going to be a much thicker paper, so like on these pages you could definitely use markers and different things. But on the Bible paper you might want to be a little bit more careful what you use on them, just for bleed through and show through. So you might want to test it on a inconspicuous spot. So these pages here we've got the leaves, so that looks really nice. And we've got more right here to color, and we're not even into the Bible yet. So there is this deluxe hardcover, and then there is also a soft cover. So there's the ISBN number for that one. Now you wouldn't want to have a chronological Bible as your main Bible, because if you just want to go to find a verse, it's going to be a lot harder in chronological because you're going to jump around. So we're going to have an introduction. So it kind of starts out pretty cool there. Have you ever wondered when an event in Scripture occurred? So this one makes it nice that it is in chronological order. So it's pretty neat, and I think that everyone should read it in chronological order at least once. So we're going to have a general timeline. So we've got, like, we start off with the creation and the age of the patriarchs. So it kind of gives us a date there, and then what the event was. So we can see, like, God creates the world, Adam and Eve sin, and it's going to give us page numbers. So if you're looking for a specific event, this is going to be easy to go and find it. Like if you wanted to go look at Jesus' ascension or Pentecost, it's going to give you the page number, because you're not going to just be able to Google a verse, find what verse you're looking for, and just go right to find it, because again it is chronological. So just keep that in mind. So we're going to have beginning pages for books of the Bible. We're going to have a note to the readers and an introduction to the NLT. If you've never read the NLT, then you'll definitely want to take the time to read that. We've got a table of weights and measures, and then we get right into January. So when you break it up into a 1-year Bible, an average reader will take about 15 minutes to read each day. So each month is going to have just the month done with some nice artwork, so you could color that really pretty. And then we've got January 1. So we'll have the nice subject headings, and it's going to tell us what part of the Bible it is. We're going to have 2-inch margins. So as we're in the first book here, so we're going to start off with verses from Genesis. And then we're going to have a little section of Chronicles. So you're going to find that as you go through this, like where normally in the beginning you're just going to have Genesis completely, but you'll have Genesis, you'll have stuff from First Chronicles, and then you'll get to a section where there might be a little bit from Job. So just keep in mind that it's not in the traditional layout of a Bible. You're going to have lots of scripture line art. So there's going to be over 100 of these drawings. So really nice the way that they're done. Plus you're going to have all of your note-taking space. So we're going to have the 2-inch margins. You can see that they are the little dotted lines, so that is nice. Now the font on this one, so we're going to have a 10-point font, and then the notes down at the bottom are going to be in a 6-point font. So the 10-point is very readable. Again, just tons of space for your notes. So I've got a few pages marked to show you some of this scripture line art. So if you're not real artsy, but you want to do some Bible journaling and read the Bible in chronological order, this would be the perfect one to do that in. Because then you have plenty of space to take the notes. So if you're reading a section and you may decide that you have more notes in a chronological one, because you might think of other things and put some notes in there and maybe reference different scriptures that that might come to mind. So I'm pretty sure that I'll probably end up putting a lot of notes in this one versus just a regular Bible. Just kind of the impression that I get. So like on here, we're going to have Chronicles, Genesis, Chronicles, Genesis. So that's kind of interesting. But I really just love the idea of being able to do a 1-year chronological, because then it's all laid out for you. You just read each day, take you about 15 minutes. And so I think you should at least try to do a chronological reading at least once. But all of the artwork that they've got in this is really nice. And then one thing we can see there is those page edges, how nice that looks. So I mean, that just looks really, really pretty. They really did a nice job. So on this section right here, so we can see in the gutter there, the stitching. So it does have a sewn binding, so it will definitely hold up for you. But just lots of really nice artwork. Again, there's over 100. So then here's February, so you have something pretty to color each month. Here is the first of our 2 ribbons. So we've got a pretty blue, just a single satin ribbon, but it is a wider ribbon. And so the blue and the yellow, I think they did a really good job with those colors, because those are going to, of course, look really good against that cover with the blue and the yellow. So wise choices on that. And all of their wide margins that Tyndale does that has the artwork in them are all really well done. We're just going to flip through and see some more of these. That way you kind of see some of the different art. And then there's also going to be pages that just have the word art, where it might be just one word like joy or mercy, love, that sort of thing. And I should have one of those marked as an example. Guys might like that one with the deer. Although this is definitely a Bible that would be more geared towards women, I think, just from the design. So there's one of just the word arts. So we've got mercy. All right, so here is where we're going to start to get into the New Testament. So this is a great example. So one, we're going to see our yellow ribbon. But one thing that's kind of neat in here, we're going to have a section we're going to have a little bit of Mark, Luke, John. Then on our next page, we're going to have some of Matthew. So especially in the Gospels section, I think this is going to be really fun to read from and just have everything flow as far as when everything happened versus reading just Matthew, Mark, then Luke and John. So I'm really looking forward to the Gospels in here. And this right here, that one is just an awesome verse there. Really nicely done. I think they did a great job on this. And for $39.99, and you can definitely find it for less than that, to get a Bible this pretty, this nice, wide margins, all this artwork in it for that price range is fantastic. Then we're going to get into the back, and it's going to give us the daily reading guide. So that's going to be kind of handy there. But then the next section is even more handy. So they've got a scripture index in this, which I love that they did this. So again, we've got our stitching, so nice sewn binding. But if you were wondering where a particular scripture was to take some notes or to maybe do some artwork, you can just come back to this back page, these back pages, find exactly where that one is and where it's at. So I'm really glad that they added this. I think that was an excellent idea, because otherwise, I mean, you really would not know at all where it would be. And so if you have favorite verses, you could always come find the page number that it's on and see if that particular verse has one of those scripture line art drawings on it. All right, then we get to the back. We've just got the one page, and then we've got another thick page with the different leaves. So again, more stuff to color. But I'm really excited to start reading in this one, just because I've been wanting to do a full read through in chronological order. And I think this is definitely the way to go, because it's all laid out. And it's going to have tons of space for notes, space for artwork. Plus, it's just really a pretty, pretty Bible. I mean, that is just beautiful. I can't think of any female that you could give this to that they wouldn't just love it. You can see how nice those ribbons look against that. So they did a fantastic job on this. It kind of has that suede type leather feel overboard is what it feels like. But very, very nicely done. So again, this is the 1 Year Chronological Bible, the Expressions edition. Retails for $39.99. You can definitely find it for less, but I think that is just an amazing price for this particular Bible. So definitely worth every penny, even at the retail price. Definitely worth getting you one. And so definitely check it out. You can also print, if you wanted to see if you like the 1 year as far as the format and the layout of it goes, if you just go to Google and type in 1 Year Chronological PDF, you can print out, and I believe it's on 3 or 4 pages worth of paper, and it gives you everything that's going to be in this one, as far as it'll break it all down per day. And like I said, it takes about 15 minutes per day as you read it, so it's pretty neat. So definitely worth checking out. All right, thanks for watching. Have a great day.